Cameron Bird. Batting seventh and catching, number 4, Dominic Joseph. Batting eighth, playing center field, number 21, Jacoby Ratcliffe. Batting ninth, playing shortstop, number 3, Benny Picard. And on the mound,
and welcome in here to Nagel Field here at McGregor Park for the third and final game of this 3-game set between the Southern Jaguars and your Texas Southern Tigers. Charles Bishop here with you on the call today as we get ready to take a look at these two combatants here on the final day of this contest between Southern and Texas Southern. Southern has won the first two. They come into today's matchup 20-23 overall, 12-11 in swag play. Texas Southern 21-24, 14-9 in swag play. Should be exciting Sunday brunch baseball as we look forward to another great day, picture perfect day here at Nagel Field here at McGregor Park. We'll be right back as we have great baseball on tap today. We'll be back here on the Texas Southern Sports Network.
Now, introducing your Texas Southern University Tigers. Leading off, playing center field, number 4, Hilton Phillips. Batting second, playing shortstop, number 15, Bryce Hughes. Batting third, playing second base, number 2, Jaden Jones. Batting fourth, designated hitter, number 34, Damian Garcia. Batting fifth, playing third base, number 17, Jaden Flores. Batting sixth, playing left field, number 9, Evan Joubert. Batting seventh, playing right field, number 35, Dalen Carlton. Batting eighth and catching, number 8, Elijah Rodriguez. And batting ninth, playing first base, number 5, Jonathan Trejo.
And welcome back here to Nagel Field at McGregor Park. We go around the horn, taking a look at the Texas Southern defense. That third base, it'll be Jaden Flores. Shortstop, it will be Bryce Hughes. Second base, Jaden Jones. First base, Jonathan Trejo. Around the outfield and left field, it'll be Evan Joubert. In center field, Kelton Phillips and Dalen Carlton. He gets to start today in right field for the Texas Southern Tigers.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask that you please stand, remove your hats, and honor America with the playing of the national anthem.
As we take a look at today's matchup, as mentioned, Southern has taken the first two games of this contest. Yesterday, they came back in dramatic fashion, scoring 4 in the top of the ninth inning, I should say, to steal victory from the jaws of defeat yesterday as they knocked off Texas Southern 9-8. On the bump today, for your Texas Southern Tigers will be Keywan Brazil. Brazil comes in 7.84 ERA. This will be his 14th appearance on the year, his 12th start. He's 3-5 on the season. The Alcorn transfer, he has 29 strikeouts on the season versus 26 walks. Opponents are batting .336 against him. So the lefty will be tasked with keeping down this tough Southern lineup. We take a look at the Southern lineup. KJ White starts things off for the Jaguars. Cardell Thibodeau, the leading hitter in the SWAC, he'll be batting second. Taj Bates will be DH in the day for the Jags. He's batting third. Batting in the cleanup spot is Jalen Lucky. Behind him is the second Jalen. In the Jalen Act is Jalen Mack. He'll be playing second base. Cameron Bird will be in right field. He's batting sixth. Dominic Joseph behind the plate today for the Jaguars. He will be batting seventh. Jacoby Ratcliffe, the stellar center fielder, will be batting eighth today. And Benny McCarr will be your shortstop, batting ninth today for the Southern Jaguars. Texas Southern decked out in their Sunday best maroon pinstripes, all maroon today. And the Southern Jaguars will be in their Columbia blue and gold. Lacumba will be proud as we get ready to get this one underway. So KJ White will dig in to start things off. First name Kelsey, that goes affectionately by KJ. KJ went 1 for 5 yesterday, scored a run for the Jaguars. He's had a standout series. He's been a thorn in the side of the Texas Southern defense. And he'll take a look at the first pitch for strike one. So KJ White, 1 for 5 yesterday. He was 2 for 5 in game one. Slaps that right to Jonathan Trejo. Trejo, Johnny on the spot over there at first base. So 3 unassisted put out for the first out of this game 3.
Number 2, Cardell Thibodeau.
Now Cardell Thibodeau now will dig in here for the Jaguars. Thibodeau yesterday, he was 1 for 4. Had a walk and a strikeout for the Jags. He'll take a look at that for a strike. Thibodeau comes into today's action 447 on the season. Leading the SWAC in hitting. Curveball catches the play for another strike. So Brazil up 1-2 in the count here to Cardell Thibodeau. Thibodeau went 1 for 4 on Friday, and nice off-speed pitch in the dirt. Thibodeau goes chasing for that, so right down the swinging strikeout.
Coming up the bat for the Jaguars.
For Cardell Thibodeau.
Number 10, Taj Bates.
So now Taj Bates will dig in. Taj Bates, he's had a heck of a series, went 3 for 5 on Friday. Picked up a hit yesterday and an RBI, went 1 for 4 yesterday for the Jaguars. So he's collected 4 hits and 6 RBIs in this series thus far for Southern. That one fouled back, and Brazil quickly up 0-2 in the count here on the dangerous Taj Bates. Bates went deep on Friday. A no-doubter home run for the Jaguars. 0-2 pitch coming in. That one is fouled back along the first base line. Picture perfect day here at McGregor Park, here in Nagel Field. Fans still filing in. Southern faithful along the first base line. TSU faithful along the third base line. Sunday brunch baseball. Here's the pitch. And that one is fouled back. So Taj Bates doing a good job of protecting the plate with 2 strikes. Old baseball coach would say nothing close, guys, nothing close. So he'll dig in, hug the line. Jaden Flores playing deep, hugging the line. That one slapped out to Bryce Hughes. Hughes will come up throwing. And the leisure throw across. And it'll be 3 up, 3 down. No runs, no hits, no errors. Texas Southern, they get their turn at bat. We'll be back here on the Texas Southern Sports Network. No score yet.
For the Jaguars, heading to the bottom of the first, tied at 0.
We got live today. And welcome back here to Nickel Field here at McGregor Park as Texas Southern now gets their opportunity at bat here in the bottom of the first inning. And it'll be Kelton Phillips from his familiar leadoff position, starting things off here for the Tigers. Kelton yesterday was 1 for 3, had a couple RBIs for TSU. He's been a menace to the Jaguar defense. He'll take a look at that first strike from Nick Luckett. That gets in for a strike. Nick Luckett, 8-3 on the season. He's a Texas kid from the Kingwood area, pitching here for the Jaguars. Off-speed pitch, a little low. Count, he was at 1-1. That fastball just off the corner. Luckett comes in, 4.81 ERA. This will be his 12th appearance, 12th start for the Jags. Opponents are batting .281 against him, and that one is chopped back up the middle for a base hit for Kelton Phillips. So he continues his hot hitting. And now the speedy one will come up, Bryce Hughes. So Bryce Hughes, big day at the plate yesterday for Texas Southern. He collected 3 hits, went 3 for 6 in game 2, scored a couple of runs for Texas Southern. So now Kelton Phillips will take a nice lead. Hughes squares. Joseph fires down, slap tag, and Phillips gets in under the tag. Nice pop-up throw that time from Dominic Joseph for the Jaguars. So they'll keep Phillips close over there. Good speed on the bags for the Texas Southern Tigers. Phillips coming into this series, coming into this game, 22 of 25 in stolen base attempts. Here's the pitch. He takes off. Throw from Joseph, and Phillips stops right in between. They'll have him hung up. And they will make the tag. So Phillips didn't get a good jump on that, and he pulled up right in the middle. So Dominic Joseph with a tremendous throwdown. And Kelton Phillips said immediately he knew he did not have a good jump on that. So they will wipe out the leadoff runner for Texas Southern. So count 0-1 here to Bryce Hughes. Here's the pitch. And that one chopped foul. So count goes to 0-2 now on Bryce Hughes. That one pull foul, so count stays 0-2. Old Glory, not blowing. And that off-speed pitch, and Bryce Hughes goes down swinging. As that was a nice pitch coming in that time from the Jaguar hurler. And Nick Luckett
Coming up the bat for the Tigers, the second baseman.
had Hughes on his front foot there.
Jones.
So 2 outs now in the inning, and Jayton Jones will dig in here for Texas Southern. Jayton Jones, he went 2 for 6 yesterday, had a couple RBIs for the Tigers. Jayton Jones, 5'11", 185-pound grad student from Riverside, California. We'll take a look at that one. That'll get in for a strike. So count goes to 1-1 here on Jayton Jones. Jayton Jones, 3 for 12 in this series with 5 RBIs. That one a little low. So count goes to 2-1. Here on one of the top hitters in the SWAC. Jayton Jones came in 8th in the SWAC in hitting. Here's the pitch. That one slap foul down the third base line. So Nick Luckett trying to get this final out here for the Jaguars here in the bottom of the first. Here's the pitch. Off-speed pitch, just a little up and in. So count goes full here to Jayton Jones. KJ White a little close to the line down there at third. As the sounds of McGregor Park wafting through the air. Here's the pitch. That one slapped into right field. Cameron Bird will go back, and he'll make the play for the final out of the inning. No runs, no hits. 1 hit. No runs on 1 hit. No errors. 0-0. We move to the second inning now. No score still here from Nagel Field and McGregor Park. We'll be right back here on the Texas Southern Sports Network.
At Southern University, we're more than a campus. We're a community driven by purpose, principles, and excellence in achievement.
Teamwork is our strength. And here at TSU, we believe
that working together, we achieve more.
Student success, first in everything we undertake. If students can see it, they can do it.
We are unprecedented in our resolve to succeed and accountable for what we do.
We are proud to be an independent urban university
committed to serving our students and community.
We are research-driven and resolved
in our commitment to collaboration and excellence.
We are optimistic in our ability to be innovative and entrepreneurial in deriving and advancing new ideas.
We are united in everything we do,
unbeatable at what we do,
and unrelenting in our approach to progress.
We are distinct in our academic programs and in diversity of thought.
We are
where excellence meets opportunity.
Southern University, we're more than a campus. We're a community driven by purpose, principles, and excellence in achievement.
Teamwork is our strength. And here at TSU, we believe
that working together, we achieve more.
Student success, first in everything we undertake. If students can see it, they can do it.
We are unprecedented in our resolve to succeed and accountable for what we do.
We are proud to be an independent urban university
committed to serving our students and community.
We are research-driven and resolved.
In our commitment to collaborate.
Coming up for the Jaguars, first baseman, number 26, Jalen Lucky.
Welcome back here to Nagel Field at McGregor Park, as it will be Jalen Lucky, Jalen Mack, and Cameron Bird here for the Jags to start off the second inning. Lucky yesterday, he was 1 for 4. As he takes a look at that one for a ball. Lucky had an RBI on the ledger yesterday as he takes a swing at that as Brazil pulls the string on him there. Count he was at 1-1. That one hit out in the right field, giving chase is Dalen Carlton. And Carlton will make the play out there for the first out of the inning. So Dalen Carlton gets the start today in right field. As you'll see him platoon between Tyler Lejean and Evan Jubert. So with the righty on the mound, Dalen Carlton gets the start today in right field, makes an out here for the Texas Southern Tigers here in the second. So now Jalen Mack will dig in. Mack had an active day yesterday. He went 3 for 3 at the plate with 3 RBIs. Had a shot for a home run. That one low and away. So count evens up at 1-1. There's a pitch. Nice curveball that time for Brazil. So count goes to 1-2. We take a look at Jalen Mack. Mentioned he went 3 for 3 yesterday. Went 1 for 5 in the Friday matchup. 5 RBIs in this series. Is that one just a little inside? They'll brush Mack off the plate. 2-2 pitch coming into Jalen Mack. He's a Dallas, Texas kid playing here for the Jaguars. Here's the pitch. Chopper, Bryce Hughes will come up, charge it, make the throw across, and they will cut down Jalen Mack for the second out of the inning. 6-3 if you're scoring at home.
Coming up to bat for the Jaguars, the right fielder, number 20, Cameron Bird.
So now Cameron Bird will dig in here for the Jaguars. Cameron Bird went 1 for 5 on yesterday. And Brazil will start him off, and that one will get in for a strike. As that one is fouled back. Nice healthy cut from Cameron Bird. Looking to get on track in game 3. He's gone 2 for 10 in this series. Had a hit in game 1. Another hit on yesterday. Here's the pitch. And that curveball off the plate for ball 1. So Kiwan Brazil will be tasked with trying to stave off the sweep. So far, so good in terms of pitching to this tough Southern offense. 16 runs in game 1. 9 runs in game 2. They put up 25 over the weekend. As they've broken out against Texas Southern. So they put together a nice 5-game win streak. They swept the Mississippi Valley Delta Devils last weekend. They have taken the series this weekend against Texas Southern. Here's the pitch from Brazil. That one skips in for another ball. So count evens at 2-2. Want to say hello to both fan bases checking in via the World Wide Web. Catching this Game 3 action here on the Texas Southern Sports Network via YouTube. 2 great fan bases who follow their teams very closely. And that one hits Bird on the left leg, so Bird is able to get on base here for the Jaguars here in the 2nd inning. So now Dominic Joseph will dig in. Joseph got the start in game 1.
The catcher, number 4, Dominic Joseph.
It was Rashard Grace catching yesterday for the Jaguars. So Dominic Joseph comes in batting .207 on the season. He went 2 for 5 against the Tigers back on Friday. He had a couple RBIs in that 16-run attack. So nice lead over there for Cameron Bird. They'll chase him back. So 0-1 pitch coming in to Dominic Joseph. That one healthy cut. He'll foul that one back. A little late on the fastball. Fans still filing in here. Sunday Fun Day brunch baseball here in Houston today. Gorgeous day for baseball. Here's the pitch. That one slapped down the right field line. Carlton will give chase, and he'll make the play in foul territory. So no runs on no hits, no errors, 1 left on for the Southern Jaguars. We move to the bottom of the 2nd here on the Texas Southern Sports Network.
Hello, Tiger Nation. This is Kevin Granger. I would like to personally invite you to come out and join the newly established TSU Athletic Directors Legends Club.
Members of the TSU AD Legends Club will receive TSU athletic apparel, a championship ring from a select sport when applicable, season tickets for football, basketball, and the TSU Relays, special recognition at a home athletic event, and much more. To join or for more information, visit tsusports.com or call 713-313-4355. And as always, go Tigers!
Here at McGregor Park as we move to the bottom of the 2nd. Still no score yet. Here in game 3, it will be Garcia, Jaden Flores, and Evan Jubert for the Texas Southern Tigers. So we take a look at some action from around the SWAC on yesterday. It was Bethune-Cookman taking a pair from Alabama State and knocked them off in game 1, 4-3 on a walk-off. Took game 2, 8-5. Jackson State knocked off Mississippi Valley 9-5 on yesterday. Arkansas Pine Bluff and Grambling, they split a pair. Pine Bluff took game 1. Grambling took the nightcap 8-3. So we'll keep you abreast of scores today. It's Florida A&M. They knocked off Alabama A&M on yesterday 8-4. So they take the series from the Alabama A&M Bulldogs. So Damian Garcia digs in here for the Tigers. As we keep abreast of action from around the SWAC. FAMU on top of Alabama A&M 10-2 today. As that one is skied straight up. Jalen Mack waves off everybody, and he'll make the catch out there for the first out of the inning.
Coming up to bat for the Tigers, the third baseman, number 17, Jaden Flores.
So Jaden Flores now will dig in here for the Tigers. Jaden Flores was 2 for 4 on yesterday in game 2. Scored a run. Nice potent bat in this lineup here for Texas Southern. Flores comes in batting .279, and he wraps that one off the glove of a leaping Benny Bakar. Flores will take a wide turnaround first, and he'll go back in. So Bakar went up high on the ladder, was not able to pull it down, and the Tigers have a runner on in the form of Jaden Flores.
Coming up to bat for the Tigers, the left fielder, number 9, Evan Jubert.
So Evan Jubert now will dig in here for TSU. Jubert comes in. He's a .325 hitter. Had a base hit on yesterday. That one chopped 5, 4, and 3. So the Jaguars go around the horn. KJ White to Mack to Lucky for the 5-4-3 double play. And the Tigers, and I should say the Jaguars, get out of the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left on. We move to the 3rd inning. No score here from Nagel Field and McGregor Park. We'll be right back.
No runs, 1 hit, no errors, no one left on for the Tigers. Heading to the top of the 3rd. Score remains 0.
McGregor Park, no score yet here as we move to the 3rd inning. Top half of the inning, it will be Jacoby Ratcliffe, Benny Bakar, and back to the top of the lineup in KJ White here for the Jaguars. Kiwan Brazil doing a good job of keeping these Jaguars off balance here in game 3.
Coming up for the Jaguars, the center fielder, number 21, Jacoby Ratcliffe.
So Jacoby Ratcliffe, he's had a pretty good series, collected a couple hits on Friday, a couple hits on yesterday, 4 hits in this series. He's gone a robust 4 for 9 here in this series. Had a home run back on Friday over the right field fence. Takes a look at that one for a strike. So Brazil doing a good job getting ahead of hitters. Here's the pitch. Curveball, little inside. Count evens at 1-1. That one, chopper out to Jaden Jones. He'll come up and make the play for the easy 4-3 putout.
Coming up the bat for the Jaguars, the shortstop, number 3, Benny
So Benny Bakar now will dig in here for the Jaguars. Bakar comes into this contest batting .318. Had a good day at the plate Friday. That one smacked right to Flores. And Flores, Johnny on the spot on the hot corner as he makes the throw across for the easy putout. 5-3 if you're scoring at home.
Coming up to bat for the Jaguars, the third baseman, number 5, Kelsey White.
So Kelsey White now will dig in here for the Jaguars. He lined out to Trejo back in the first inning. L3 squares up the bunt, takes a strike. So KJ looking to get something going here for the Jaguars. That one skips across for ball one. Count evens at 1-1. Jaden Flores playing even with the bat. Down at third. Here's the pitch into White. That one smacked right back up the middle for a base hit for KJ White. So White wraps that one into center field for a hard single.
Coming up to bat for the Jaguars, the left fielder, number 2, Cardell Thibodeau.
So Cardell Thibodeau now will dig in. Thibodeau struck out back in the first. Tigers have done a relatively good job of keeping Cardell Thibodeau down. Thibodeau went 1 for 4, scored a couple runs on Friday. Yesterday he also went 1 for 4, but he stranded 4 in yesterday's contest. So KJ White, really healthy lead down there at first. Curveball smacked into right field, and Carlton will come up throwing. So runners now at first and second on 2 singles from the Jaguars. So Jaguars a little bit two-out magic now as they have a runner in scoring position. And Taj Bates now will dig in. So Bates grounded out back to Bryce Hughes back in the first inning. Here's the pitch. That one up and away. Ball 1. KJ White stands out there at second. Cardell Thibodeau at first for the Jaguars. They'll bird dog White a little bit. Here's the pitch. That one catches the inside corner for a strike. As mentioned, Bates went 1 for 4 on yesterday. Did have an RBI. That one fouled back. Had a big day on Friday where he went 3 for 6 at the plate. Had a double and a home run in the Friday contest. So 1-2 pitch coming in to Taj Bates. Young man from St. Croix, Virgin Islands, as he's protecting the plate. Fouls that one deep down the first base line. Snow cone ball. So Brazil, he'll collect his thoughts as he tries to get this final strike here on Taj Bates. Dangerous hitter here in the form of Taj Bates. They'll keep White close back there. Here's the pitch. Chopped foul down the third baseline. So Taj Bates doing a good job of protecting the plate with 2 strikes. Still no score here in the third inning. Here's a pitch from Brazil. And Bates fouls that one off as he was a little late on the fastball. So Taj Bates doing a good job hugging home plate, making it tough for Brazil to get this final strike. McGregor Park wins calm today, picking up slightly. Yesterday it was blowing in, kind of blowing to right field. Not much action from the winds today. Here's the pitch from Brazil. And that one is fouled off. So Taj Bates fouling pitches off left and right as the count stays at 1-2. Here's the pitch. That one slapped down the left field line. It'll get down. In comes KJ White. Rounding third is Thibodeau. Here comes the relay. They'll go to second. Taj Bates will go in and stand it up. Thibodeau will score. So Taj Bates with a 2-out, 2 RBI double. And he's awakened the Southern faithful down the first base line.
For the Jaguars, the first baseman, number 26, Jalen Lucky.
So Jalen Lucky now will dig in. Fine piece of hitting that time from Taj Bates as he fouled off a number of pitches before he found a fastball to his liking and went down the left field line. So Bates now standing out there at second. He'll take a look at a curveball from Brazil for strike one. 315 down the lines, 375 in the alleys, 400 dead center are the dimensions here at Nagel Field. Curveball down and in, evens the count at 1-1. Lucky flew out to Dalen Carlton back in the first inning. That one hit the Flores. Flores backhands it, knocks it down, and keeps it in the infield as Lucky will have an infield hit. So Bates holds still at second as Lucky hit a shot down the third base line to Jaden Flores. Flores did a good job of keeping that one in the infield. So Shane Yeoman, he's going to go out and go talk to his hurler in terms of how they want to face Jalen Mack. As Mack has had a pretty good series here for the Southern Jaguars. Jalen Mack yesterday went perfect at the plate, went 3 for 3. He scored a couple times, had 3 RBIs for the Southern Jaguars. So Coach Shane Yeoman, he's going to remind his defense and his hurler, keep that ball down as the wind is starting to swirl a bit down the left center field. So runners on first and second here for the Jaguars. If they've broken the wrapper on the scoring, 2-0 is your score. KJ White and Cardell Thibodeau came around on the 2-run double from Taj Bates. And that pitch gets in for a strike. Nice pitch on the inside corner of the plate. Outfield, straight up depth. Here's the pitch. That fastball off the corner of the plate. Count evens at 1-1 here to Jalen Mack. Dallas native looking to keep things going here for the Jaguars in the top of the third. Chopper, Bryce Hughes fields it in the hole. Soft toss to Jaden Jones, and Jones able to make the play at second. Tough throw from Bryce Hughes, but the Tigers do get out of the inning. 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors, 2 left on. We move to the bottom of the third. Texas Southern looking to get their lick back. 2-0 is your score here at Nagel.
Southern University, we're more than a campus. We're a community driven by purpose, principles, and excellence in achievement.
Teamwork is our strength. And here at TSU, we believe
that working together, we achieve more.
Student success, first in everything we undertake. If students can see it, they can do it.
We are unprecedented in our resolve to succeed and accountable for what we do.
We are proud to be an independent urban university
committed to serving our students and community.
We are research-driven and resolved
in our commitment to collaboration and excellence.
We are optimistic in our ability to be innovative and entrepreneurial in deriving and advancing new ideas.
We are united in everything we do,
unbeatable at what we do,
and unrelenting in our approach to progress.
We are distinct in our academic programs and the diversity of thought.
We are
where excellence meets opportunity.
The right fielder, number 35, Eleventh.
And welcome back here to Nagel Field at McGregor Park. It'll be Carlton, Rodriguez, and Trejo here for the Tigers as they look to get their lick back here in the bottom of the third inning. And Luckett starts Carlton off with a strike. So Dalen Carlton getting his first action of this series as he gets to start today in right field. Take a look at that one off the plate. Count, he was at 1-1. So Dalen Carlton, he comes into today's action, batting .270 on the season. Has some pop in the bat, 4 home runs for the Tigers. It's that one just off the corner. They'll say he did offer at it, so the count goes to 1-2. So the redshirt sophomore from Stone Mountain looks to get things going here for the Tigers as that one is fouled off down the third base line. So Carlton getting his first action of this series. He was the primary starter in the Alabama State series. We had a good series. Had 3 hits in the series last week against Alabama State as that one is fouled off down the third base line. So Dalen Carlton being tough with 2 strikes here for the Tigers. Carlton went 2 for 3 in game 1 against Alabama State, 1 for 4 in game 2 in last weekend's series. Luckett looks in long here. Here's the pitch. Fastball up and away. Count evens at 2-2. And that one just off the corner. So Carlton works the count full. Good at bat as he's fouled off a couple of tough pitches. And that one is fouled off. Carlton doing a great job fighting off this tough 8-3 pitcher in Nick Luckett. Here's a pitch. That one hit the dead center. Jacoby Radcliffe one goes back, then comes in, and the wind will hold that one up for the first out of the inning.
Coming up to bat for the Tigers, the catcher, number 8, Elijah Rodriguez.
So Elijah Rodriguez now will dig in here for the Tigers. Rodriguez, he started all 3 games here in this series. He'll square up to bunt on the first pitch and look at a ball. 0 for 3 yesterday. He did come around to score. a run for the Texas Southern Tigers as he squares up again, and that one does get in for a strike. So the catcher from Baytown digs in here on this 1-1 pitch. Chopper, Benny Bakar, convenient hop. He'll gather and make the throw over for the putout. So 2 outs here in the inning as Jonathan Trejo.
For the Tigers, the first baseman, number 5, Jonathan Trejo.
He'll try to get things going here for Texas Southern. He went 1 for 3 yesterday. Came around to score a run. And also had an RBI yesterday for the Tigers. Trejo comes into this contest batting .321 on the season. He's gone 2 for 7 in this series with 3 RBIs. That curveball just a little low and inside. You hear the collective groans from the Jaguar faithful. They wanted that pitch. 1-1 coming in to Trejo. Chopper. Bakar deep in the hole. Here's the throw across, and he'll make the play. So Benny Bakar with a couple putouts in the bottom of the 3rd inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. We move to the 4th. Southern 2, Texas Southern not yet. We'll be back here on the Texas Southern Sports Network.
Heading to the top of the 4th, score remains 2-0 Southern. Coming up for the Jaguars, Bird, Joseph, Radcliffe. The right fielder, number 20, Cameron Bird.
And welcome back here to Nagel Field at McGregor Park, as it will be Cameron Bird, Dominic Joseph, and Jacoby Ratcliffe here for the Jaguars in the top of the 4th inning. 2-0 is your score. As Bird digs in. He'll take a curveball in for a strike. Trejo in on the curtain at first. Flores plays his normal depth 3rd base position. Another curveball. That catches the corner. So 2 nice spinners coming in for strikes from Kewan Bird. Kewan Brazil, I should say. Here's the pitch. Curveball again. That one fouled off. So this game moving with some alacrity. We're already in the 4th inning. Both pitchers have been doing a yeoman's job on the mound. Here's the pitch. Fastball off the corner of the plate. Count runs to 1-2 here on Cameron Bird. Bird was hit by a pitch. Back in the second inning. That one skied back foul. So Bird being tough with 2 strikes. So Bird comes in batting .306 on the season. That curveball just off the corner. And Brazil wanted that one. Bird has a good stick, has a couple 3-hit games on the ledger. Had 3 hits against Grambling back on April 3rd. Other 3 hits against Mississippi Valley on the 27th as he takes that fastball and pulls it foul down the left field line. Also had a 3-hit game against Alabama State back in March. He can swing the bat. Here's the pitch. And that one just on the inside. Count goes to 3-2 now here on Cameron Bird. Bird looking for something he could drive. Here's the pitch. Chopped foul down the third base line as he's been out in front of that fastball. So Cameron Bird's been dialed in here on Kiwan Brazil's fastball. Let's see if he pulls the string on him here. Here's the pitch. Fastball again outside corner. He fouls that one off. A little late on that one. So Dominic Joseph, he waits on deck here for the Jaguars. Still plenty of time to finish up brunch and make it over to the ball field. Here at McGregor Park. That one hit the left center field. Giving chase is Jubert. That one off the wall. It's a wall ball. Phillips will gather it and get it in, but it is a double to start the inning off for Cameron Bird.
Coming up for the Jaguars, the catcher, number 4, Dominic Joseph.
So Dominic Joseph now digs in for Southern. So the Jaguars get the all-important leadoff batter on, and he is in scoring position as he starts things off here in the 4th with a double to the left center field fence. No wind today. And they'll send Bird back in the second. So as mentioned earlier, Dominic Joseph, he got the start in game 1. He's a Philly, Pennsylvania native. 6'1", 190-pound catcher. And the Tigers were expecting a little something. So Dominic Joseph will dig back in here for the Jaguars. Here's the pitch. Joseph squares. He was trying to lay one down. Jonathan Trejo was charging hard from first base. So both Jaguars will check their collective play card to see what the play is right here. Brazil looks in. Here's the pitch. And that one fouled back as Trejo was playing in for the bunt on that 1-strike pitch. Now 2 strikes. He'll go back and retreat back to his normal first base position. So Cameron Bird stands out there at second. That one hit out to center field. Kelton Phillips will retreat back, make the catch. Here comes a throw. Bird will tag up, and he'll go in head first. as he moves up to third. So Dominic Joseph gets the job done as he moves the runner over from second to third. So now Jacoby Radcliffe.
Number 21, Jacoby Radcliffe.
He'll dig in here for Southern. So runner standing 90 feet away in the form of Cameron Bird. And the Texas Southern defense, they'll play in to try to cut off this run. Here's the pitch. Curveball off the corner. So TSU trying to prevent any further damage. They'll play in. It's lefty v lefty matchup here. That fastball gets across for a strike. So Radcliffe, he grounded out to Jayton Jones back in the second inning. Here's a pitch. That one, spinner in the ground for another ball. So 2-1 coming into Jacoby Radcliffe. Here's the pitch. That one, nice fastball. Radcliffe was a little late on it. He fouls that one back. So 2-2 pitch coming into Jacoby Radcliffe. That one, chopped foul down the first base line. So Radcliffe comes into this game, 4 home runs on the season. He hit one deep on Friday. Young man's a Chicago product. He's a junior for the Jaguars. 2-2 pitch coming in. Curveballs hit to Trejo. Trejo comes home. Tag, not in time. Bird gets in under the tag. Throw pulls Elijah Rodriguez just to the first base side of home plate. He had to spin around to make the tag and to no avail. As Coach Michael Robertson, he's going to come out and kind of check on that call at home plate. So Trejo came up throwing, but the throw pull Rodriguez to the first base side of the plate. Tried to turn around and make the play. Home plate umpire said Bird got in under the tag. So 3-0 is your score now. Southern on top of Texas Southern.
Coming at the bat for the Jaguars, the shortstop, number 3, Benny Bakar.
So Benny Bakar now will dig in here for Southern. So here's the pitch. That fastball finds a corner. So Bakar, he grounded out to Jaden Flores back in the third. Flores playing in on the curtain. Here's the pitch. Runner takes off. Hit and run was on. And that one's fouled down the third base line. So 2 strikes coming into Benny Bakar. Bakar, 318 hitter. He's from Sebring, Florida. Nice lead. Radcliffe takes off, throw from Rodriguez. Here's the tag, and they got him. Elijah Rodriguez nabs another runner. So the Tigers get out of the inning, but not before the Jaguars plate one more run. We move to the bottom of the fourth. 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, 1 left on. We'll be back here on the Texas Southern Sports Network.
Heading to the bottom of the fourth, Southern leads 3-0.
Hello, Tiger Nation. This is Kevin Granger. I would like to personally invite you to come out and join the newly established TSU Athletic Directors Legends Club.
Members of the TSU AD Legends Club will receive TSU athletic apparel, a championship ring from a select sport when applicable, season tickets for football, basketball, and the TSU Relays, special recognition at a home athletic event, and much more. To join or for more information, visit tsusports.com or call 713-313-4355. And as always, go Tiger!
And welcome back here to Nagel Field here at McGregor Park. 3-0 is your scores. We go back to the top of the lineup here for Texas Southern. It'll be Kelton Phillips, Bryce Hughes, and Jaden Jones, the familiar three for Texas Southern. So Kelton Phillips, he's single. Back in the first inning. Got caught stealing. He was halfway down and decided against it and got caught in a rundown. Steps in trying to get things up and going here for the Tigers here in the fourth inning as he squares the bunt and pulls back for ball one. I want to say hello to both fan bases tuning in. Welcome in for this third and final game of this series. As Phillips will take a look at that for a strike. So Nick Luckett done yeoman work here for the Jaguars in terms of keeping this Texas Southern potent offense at bay as that one hit to deep left field. Going back is Thibodeau. It's gone. It's a home run for Kelton Phillips. And as if on cue, just when I said Luckett was keeping this tough Texas Southern offense at bay, Kelton Phillips goes deep. So Kelton Phillips breaks the wrapper on the scoring for the Tigers. And once again, this potent top of the Texas Southern lineup getting the job done. So now Bryce Hughes will dig in. Bryce Hughes, he struck out back in the first inning. Curveball slapped foul down the third base line. So Bryce Hughes comes in with a hot bat here for the Tigers. As mentioned, he went 3 for 6 on yesterday. Scored a couple times for the Tigers. 0-2 pitch coming into Bryce Hughes. Curveball again, laced, but foul down the third base line. So Bryce Hughes was all on top of that breaking pitch, but bat head was a little out in front of that. 3-1 is your new score. Southern on top of Texas Southern as Kelton Phillips went deep to lead off this inning. Chopper to Bakar. Bakar comes up throwing. That will have to be dug out, and Lucky does a good job of doing that. So 6-3 on the putout. So now, the Riverside, California native Jaden Jones will dig in here for the Texas Southern Tigers. Jones flew out to Cameron Bird back in the first inning. He'll take a look at that one, skip it in for a ball. So Jaden Jones, number 2, in his familiar crouch here for the Tigers, digs in. That one hit the right center field. Giving chase is Radcliffe, and Radcliffe will make the catch on the warning track. So Jaden Jones gives that one a long ride, but Radcliffe able to run it down on the warning track.
Number 34, Damian Garcia.
So Damian Garcia looking to get things going here for Texas Southern. He flied out to second, out to Jalen Mack back in the second inning. Garcia went 2 for 4 yesterday, had a couple RBIs. He and Cardell Thibodeau lead the SWAC in home runs. Thibodeau sits second, Garcia third. Thibodeau with 15, Garcia 14 home runs. Andre Martinez leads the SWAC from Bethune-Cookman in home runs. He has 18 coming into today. Here's the pitch. That fastball just off the corner. And the collective groan from the Southern Faithful lets you know they wanted that strike. Here's the pitch. That one chopped down the third base line. Damian Garcia. Young man from San Luis, Arizona. We'll be taking a look at a full count here from Nick Luckett. Fastball chopped foul. So Garcia just got a piece of that one. Wind freshening up. McGregor Park winds tend to take it out to left field. Advantage righties. Here's the pitch. Curveball and will hit Garcia on the left shoulder. So Texas Southern able to get a base runner on in the form of Damian Garcia, as that curveball stayed a little too far in and clipped Garcia on the shoulder. So Jaden Flores now will dig in. Flores already has a single in today's game. He's still swinging a hot bat. He went 2 for 4 on yesterday. So Garcia on first, as Flores takes a look at strike one. So Garcia, Mitch McConnell lead, conservative. Here's the pitch. That one just off the corner. Count he was at 1-1. So Benny Bakar, even with the bag down at third. Not much speed from Garcia. Here's the pitch to Flores. He'll take a look at that spinner off the corner of the plate. Count runs to 2-1 here on Jaden Flores. So here's the pitch from Luckett. That one skied straight up. Lucky, he'll shield his eyes, and he'll make the play for the final out. Texas Southern able to get their leg back as they get on the board in the form of a home run from Kelton Phillips. 1 left on. We'll move to the 5th inning. 3-1 is your new score. Here from Nagel Field at McGregor Park. We'll be back here on the Texas Southern Sports Network.
Coming up the bat for the Jaguars, the third baseman, number 5, Kelsey White.
And welcome back here to Nagel Field here at McGregor Park, home of the Texas Southern Baseball Tigers. As we get ready to start the 5th inning, we go back to the Southern top of the lineup as Benny Bakar. I should say KJ White will step in here for the Jaguars. White came around to score back in the 3rd inning. He has a single on the ledger today. And Jaden Flores will play in on the curtain for the Tigers. That one bunted. Brazil comes off the mound, fires, and gets the speedy KJ White at first for the first out of the inning. So 1-3 on that put out.
Coming up the bat for the Jaguars, the left fielder, number 2, Cardell Thibodeau.
Cardell Thibodeau now. He'll dig in. Thibodeau, 1 for 2 today, struck out in the first. Had a single back in the 3rd, came around to score for the Jaguars. Curveball, takes a look at that, just low and inside. Here's the pitch coming in for Brazil. Fastball up and away. Some scores from around the SWAC today. Florida A&M on top of Alabama A&M, 13-5. That score is the bottom of the 6th inning. As Thibodeau takes a look at that one for a strike. Count runs to 1-2. Jackson State on top of Mississippi Valley, 1-0. That game is in the 5th inning. That one, nice. Going up to get that one is Jaden Flores for the 2nd out of the inning. Thibodeau caught that one off the end of the bat.
Number 10, Taj Bates.
And Flores goes up the ladder to get that one for the 2nd out of the inning. So Taj Bates now will dig in. Alcorn is at Prairie View today. First pitch will be at 4 o'clock as they have a Sunday-Monday tilt down there on the hill. Here's the pitch. And Bates will foul that one back. So 0-2 count coming in to Taj Bates. That one hit to Trejo. Trejo, Johnny on the spot. So no runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on. We move to the bottom of the 5th. Southern on top of Texas Southern, 3-1. We'll be back here on the Texas Southern Sports Network.
Southern University, we're more than a campus. We're a community driven by purpose, principles, and excellence in achievement.
Teamwork is our strength. And here at TSU, we believe
that working together, we achieve more.
Student success, first in everything we undertake. If students can see it, they can do it.
We are unprecedented in our resolve to succeed and accountable for what we do.
We are proud to be an independent urban university
committed to serving our students and community.
We are research-driven and resolved
in our commitment to collaboration and excellence.
We are optimistic in our ability to be innovative and entrepreneurial in deriving and advancing new ideas.
We are united in everything we do,
unbeatable at what we do,
and unrelenting in our approach to progress.
We are distinct in our academic programs and the diversity of thought.
We are
where excellence meets opportunity.
Nagel Field is it will be Evan Jubert, Jalen Carlton, and Elijah Rodriguez here in the bottom of the 5th inning. So Nick Luckett, willing and dealing for the Southern Jaguars. He scattered 3 hits here with the first 5. Here's a pitch. 3 hits on 1 run for the Texas Southern Tigers. So Jubert takes a look at ball 1. Fastball, chopper, big hop for White. Throw across high, and they'll say Lucky got back down on the bag. So KJ White went up high to get that one. Throw across was a bit high, but Jalen Lucky able to make the play for the 5-3 putout.
Number 35, Dalen Carlton.
So now Dalen Carlton will dig in here for the TSU Tigers. So Carlton, he flew out to Jacoby Ratcliffe back in the 3rd inning. Here's the pitch from Luckett. That one up and in. Here's the pitch. That one gets across. They'll say that one was a little low. 2-0 count coming into Dalen Carlton. Here's the pitch. That one hit right field. Back. It's out of here. Dalen Carlton goes deep for the Tigers. Found a fastball, turned on it, and it was no doubt. So hello, Valdosta to the Carlton family. Dalen's gone deep again. So the Tigers cut the deficit now to 3-2. A couple of solo jacks here for the Tigers today. One from Kelton Phillips to left field. And this one here from Dalen Carlton to right field. So 3-2 is your new score as Elijah Rodriguez will dig in here for the Tigers. So Rodriguez grounded out to short back in the 3rd inning. So Dalen Carlton with a mighty swing from the left side of the plate. Hit that one to the tennis courts out here at McGregor Park. So just as we had talked about, Nick Luckett doing a good job of keeping the Tigers at bay. Dalen Carlton on cue says, wait a second, Mr. Announcer. So Dominic Joseph going out, talking to his 8-3 pitcher. They'll make sure that they're squared away on the signs. Home plate umpire says, okay, guys, let's get back to a little baseball. Texas Southern faithful filling in here. Sunday Fun Day brunch starting to end. Folks making their way here to the ballpark. Southern faithful. Loud and boisterous down the first base line. Here's a pitch from Luckett. That one skied, and that will go foul. Great representation from both fan bases. Both of these fan bases love their baseball teams. Here's the pitch from Luckett. That one. Sky down the first base line. Lucky will give chase, and that will go foul. So count moves to 2-2 here on Elijah Rodriguez. So here's a pitch coming in. That spinner dances in the dirt. Count runs full to Elijah Rodriguez. So Rodriguez will do what he does. Choke up, hug the plate. Here's the pitch. Chopper. Convenient hop for KJ White. Throw across. Lucky tries to dig it out, and he can't do it. So that'll be an error on the third baseman, KJ White. So White came up throwing. Lucky unable to dig that one out. So the Tigers will have a base runner on in the form of Elijah Rodriguez.
Coming up the bat for the Tigers, the first baseman, number 5, Jonathan Trejo.
So Jonathan Trejo now will dig in here for the Tigers. Trejo yesterday 1 for 3. Grounded out to short back in the third inning as he squares up and almost gets hit by that one. Ball 1. So Jonathan Trejo trying to get something going. 321 hitter takes a look at that one for a strike count. He was at 1-1. Trejo, he's a sophomore out of Cypress, Texas. That one, Joseph fires down to first, and they'll keep Rodriguez close. Mentioned Trejo, 321 hitter here at the bottom of the lineup for Texas Southern. That one slapped in the right field, and Bird will come in and make the play.
Coming up the bat for the Tigers, the center fielder.
So Kelton Phillips will dig in here now for the Tigers. Phillips went deep in his last at bat. Back in the 4th inning. Found a fastball to his liking, and he put one on the shed out there in left field. That one hit back up the middle, and Jalen Mack able to make the play for the easy put out for the Jaguars. So 1 run on 1 hit. They stranded Elijah Rodriguez out there. We move now to the 6th inning. Southern 3, Texas Southern 2. We'll be back here on the Texas Southern Sports Network.
Hello, Tiger Nation. This is Kevin Granger. I would like to personally invite you to come out and join the newly established TSU Athletic Directors Legends Club.
Members of the TSU AD Legends Club will receive TSU athletic apparel, a championship ring from a select sport when applicable, season tickets for football, basketball, and the TSU Relays, special recognition at a home athletic event, and much more. To join or for more information, visit tsusports.com or call 713-313-4355. And as always, go Tiger!
And welcome back here to Nagel Field here at McGregor Park. 3-2 is your score as we move now to the 6th inning. It will be Lucky, Mack, and Bird.
At the bat for the Jaguars, the first baseman, number 26, Jaylon Lucky.
I want to remind everybody we'll do it again next weekend for a Friday, Saturday, Sunday matchup, little Mother's Day matchup, as the Texas Southern Tigers will be facing the visitors from the highest of 7 hills, the Florida A&M Rattlers. For a Friday, Saturday, Sunday matchup as Brazil starts Lucky off with a big bender for a strike. That one slapped down to Jaden Flores, and that one will get in under his glove. Score that one, an error for Jaden Flores. So Lucky will pull into second as that one got in under the glove of Flores. Nice base run from Jalen Lucky as he is parked out there on second for the Southern Jaguars. So now Jalen Mack, he'll dig in. Mack today, he's 0 for 2. As they'll send Lucky back to the bag at second. Of course, want to make mention as Mack takes a look at that one for a ball. The SWAC Softball Championship will be next weekend, May 6th through May 10th, the Gulfport Sports Complex in Gulfport, Mississippi, as that one is hit foul down the first base line. So Mag digging in. Here's a pitch. That one low and inside. Texas Southern softball team. We're going to next week's tournament, 13 and 11 in conference play. Curveball gets in under the bat of Jalen Mack. Nice pitch from Brazil, as that one had good downward action, good 12-6 action from Kiwan Brazil. And that curveball is off the plate. So count runs full now to Jalen Mack. Mack grounded out to short. Had a fielder's choice earlier in this ball game. That fastball just off the corner. Brazil wanted that one, but Mack able to coax the walk out of Kiwan Brazil. So now runners on first and second.
Coming up the bat for the Jaguars.
It's Cameron Bird will dig in.
Number 20, Cameron Bird.
Bird today, he's 1 for 1. Got hit by a pitch back in the second. Doubled in the fourth, came around to score for the Jaguars. So now the Texas Southern defense, they'll have a meeting of the minds out there. So they'll figure out what they want to do here with this batter. Couple more series to go for the Texas Southern Tigers. They'll finish up this third game against Southern. Got Florida A&M next weekend. The following weekend, they'll go to Bethune-Cookman as Brazil whirls around. And then the SWAC Baseball Championship will be in Birmingham, Alabama this season. It'll start on the 21st of May on a Wednesday. Runner takes off, throw down to third, and both runners safe. So Jalen Lucky, aggressive on the base paths, gets in at third. And it looks as though they're going to call batter interference. That has been a source of contention here in this series. The Friday game ended on a batter interference call. And looks as though the runners will be sent back to their respective bases as Coach Chris Crenshaw, he's going to want an explanation on that. So they call batter interference, so Bird will be out, and they'll send the runners back. So the Southern Jaguars were moving on the pitch. And the home plate umpire, he did call batter interference there on Cameron Bird as he felt as though he was in between Elijah Rodriguez and the third base bag. So, unfortunate turn of events for the Jaguars. But the Tigers will take it. So now Dominic Joseph will dig in here for the Jaguars. Runners go back. Runners on first and second now. So, excuse me, swing that time from Dominic Joseph. As it's one out here in the inning. So, Jalen Lucky got on via the error from Jayden Flores. Jalen Mack walked. And that's where they stand right now. Runners on first and second here for the Jaguars. Again, this is our third batter interference call here in this series. Of course, that 16-15 tilt on Friday ended with a batter interference call against Damian Garcia. Here's the pitch. That spins in the ground for a ball. So here's the pitch. Runners do take off. They'll throw down in a second, and they'll nab Jalen Mack. They'll nab the runner going from first to second as Lucky gets in head first at third. But Texas Southern gets their second out of the inning as Elijah Rodriguez uses that bazooka right arm and nails Jalen Mack at second. So here's the pitch from Brazil. Curveball down the line, fair. So Dominic Joseph makes the big turn as that one rattles in the corner down in left field. So it'll be a stand-up double for Dominic Joseph. And the Jaguars played a run in the form of Jalen Lucky.
Coming up to bat for the Jaguars, the center fielder, number 21, Jacoby Radcliffe.
So Dominic Joseph with a two-out double as the Jaguars are able to play the run here in the top of the sixth inning. So that era comes home to haunt for the Texas Southern Tigers. Curveball off the corner of the plate for ball one as lefty v lefty matchup. Brazil working here to Jacoby Radcliffe. Radcliffe 0 for 2 today. Takes a look at that one low and in. 2 balls, no strikes coming in to Jacoby Radcliffe. Mentioned earlier, Radcliffe does have a home run in this series. 2 for 4 on yesterday. Fastball catches the corner. The Radcliffe did not quite like that call. He'll take a step out, gather his thoughts, step back in. High stirrups here for the young man from Chicago. Here's the pitch. That one hit out in the left field. Jubert will come in. Can of corn for Evan Jubert as he'll make the play. But the Southern Jaguars are able to scratch out a run here in the top of the 6th inning. So 1 run on 1 hit. The arrow does come back to haunt. We move to the bottom of the 6th inning. Southern 4, Texas Southern 2. We'll be back here on the Texas Southern Sports Network.
Heading to the bottom of the 6th. Southern lead 4-2.
as Damian Garcia digs back in here for Texas Southern. So Jane Jones. Nice lead over there as Garcia takes a look at that fastball right down the heart of the plate. I think Garcia wanted that one if he could have pulled the trigger. And they'll chase Jaden Jones back over there at first. So Jones gets the uniform dirty, sliding back into first. Here's the pitch. Up and away. Count goes to 2-1 here on Damian Garcia. Slight breeze to left field. It's Jaden Jones, nice lead. That one slapped over Benny McCarr's outstretched glove, and Garcia lines that one into left field. So now runners on first and second for Texas Southern in the form of Jaden Jones standing out there at second and Damian Garcia at first. So Jaden Flores now. He's 1 for 2 today. He singled back in the second inning. First pitch swinging, that one popped out to left field. Thibodeau coming in, and Thibodeau will make the play for the Jags. So first pitch swinging, Jaden Flores got under that a bit for the second out of the inning. So the Tigers now rest their hopes here on Evan Jubert.
Number 9, Evan Jubert.
So Jubert bounced into a 5-4-3 double play back in the second, grounded out to third back in the fourth. Big RBI opportunity here for the Tigers. First pitch swinging, going back is Lucky. Lucky rolls over into foul territory, and he'll make the play. So Evan Jubert, first pitch swinging, flies out to the first baseman. No runs on one hit, no errors, 2 left on for the Tigers. We move to the 7th. Southern 4, Texas Southern 2, here on the Texas Southern Sports Network.
Hello, Tiger Nation. This is Kevin Granger. I would like to personally invite you to come out and join the newly established TSU Athletic Directors Legends Club.
Members of the TSU AD Legends Club will receive TSU Athletic Apparel, a championship ring from a select sport when applicable, season tickets for football, basketball, and the TSU Relays, special recognition at a home athletic event, and much more. To join or for more information, visit tsusports.com or call 713-313-4355. And as always, go Tiger!
And welcome back here to Nickel Field here at McGregor Park. It'll be Bakar, White, and Thibodeau to start the 7th here for the Southern Jaguars. Benny Bakar, he's grounded out a couple times today here for the Jaguars, as they've kept the speedy Florida native off the bags. Texas Southern corners will play in slightly in on the curtain here against Bakar as Brazil starts them off with ball 1. Wind blowing in now here at Nagel Field. So Brazil, fastball off the corner. So 2-0 count coming to Benny Bakar. And that off-speed pitch gets in for a strike. So 2-1 coming into Benny Bakar, and Jaden Flores will back up and play his normal depth at third as that pitch gets in for a strike. Count evens at 2-2. You're on the freshman shortstop here for the Jaguars. Curveball, and Bakar fouls that one off. Tough with 2. Able to stay with that curveball and foul it back. So we do this 2-2 count all over again. Fastball off the corner of the plate. Count runs full here to Benny Bakar. Kiwan Brazil has done a decent job keeping Southern at bay. Here's a pitch. That one low and inside, and Bakar able to coax the walk out of Kiwan Brazil. So we go back to the top of the lineup.
Number 5, Kelsey White.
It's Kelsey White will dig in now for the Jaguars. So Kelsey White, he'll go talk to his third base coach. Make sure they're on the same page with what they want to do with this at bat, with Benny Bakar standing on first. So they'll chase Bakar back. Good speed for Benny Bakar. He's 12 of 14 in stolen base attempts. Nice healthy lead over there for Bakar. They'll square up, throw down, and Bakar go back in head first. So Jaden Flores charging in from his third base position. Texas Southern defense trying to play this bunt perfectly here if KJ White can lay it down. And he pulls that one back as he squared up again. Count runs to 2-0 here on Kelsey White, also known as KJ. White squares again, and that fastball tailing on Brazil now. That's off the plate. Count runs to 3-0. So we'll see if White is 3-0 swinging here. Here's the pitch. That fastball gets in right down the heart of the plate for strike 1. And they'll chase Bakar back over there at first. As we mentioned all weekend, KJ White from Ellenwood, Georgia. A lot of Georgia kids all throughout the Southwestern Athletic Conference. Atlanta area, a very strong area. HBCU baseball, as well as the Houston area. Flores in on the curtain down there at third. White squares again, and that fastball tailing on Brazil now. So runners now on first and second. Texas Southern bullpen is stirring. It's Coach Michael Robertson making the slow stroll out to the mound. So Kiwan Brazil, that is his 112th pitch. Coach Mike Robb kind of going over what he wants to see his defense do today. So we got a final from Prairie View. Panthers knocked off Alcorn 6-3 today. Final score from Tallahassee. Florida A&M Rattlers, they knocked off Alabama A&M 15-5 as they sweep that series. Score from Jackson, Mississippi, the Tigers on top of Mississippi Valley, 2-0. That game is in the 7th. They'll play 2 today. Second game will start at 4 o'clock. And it looks as though Texas Southern, they'll make the call to the bullpen. So long conversation out there with Kiwan Brazil, 112 pitches, and they will make the call to the bullpen. We'll take a break here on the Texas Southern Sports Network. We'll come back with a new pitcher for the Tigers. 4-2 is your score. We'll be back here on the Texas Southern Sports Network. And welcome back here to Nagel Field as the new pitcher coming in for the Texas Southern Tigers will be number 33, Jace Maynard. Comes in with a 10.22 ERA. He's 1-0 in the season. This will be his 11th appearance. Opponents are batting .302 against him. So Coach Mike Robb electing to go with the lefty v lefty matchup here as Maynard. Now we'll go pitch to the very dangerous Cardell Thibodeau. So Thibodeau 1 for 3 today. Had a single back in the 3rd inning. He came around and scored. Juan Brazil kind of fooled him a bit on the 5th inning as he hit one off the end of the bat to Flores back in the 5th. So Thibodeau, one of the top RBI guys in the SWAC, and Maynard throws that one out in the center field. They had a play on, and he just overthrew that one as both runners will move up. So score that one an error on Maynard as the Texas Southern Tigers had a little razzle-dazzle on out there. but to no avail. So now the infield will play in as Maynard faces Thibodeau. Here's the pitch. Smacked, foul down the first base line. So Thibodeau out in front of that fastball. So Thibodeau, among the league leaders in the conference, hits that one, base hit out in the right field. In comes one. They'll hold up KJ White as that ball is cut off, but Benny Bakar able to come around and score for the Jaguars. So Thibodeau singles out in the right field. And KJ White now stands on third here for the Jaguars. So now got a plethora of righties coming up against Jace Maynard as Taj Bates now will dig in for the Jaguars. That off-speed pitch off the corner for ball one. Bates had a 2-run double back in the third inning. Here's the pitch. He wanted that one. He fouls that one off. As Bates is 1 for 3 today. The DH for Southern Jaguars has had a whale of a series. Here's the pitch. That one, can of corn. Dalen Carlton coming in, and he'll make the play. Runner will hold still as that one was hit in the shallow right field. So Bates flies out to right.
For the Jaguars, the first baseman, number 26, Jalen Lucky.
For the first out of the inning. So now Jalen Lucky now will dig in. Lucky reached via an error back in the sixth, came around to score. He squares the bunt, and that pitch a little low. Runners on the corners here for the Jaguars. 5-2 is your new score. He squares again, lays that one down. Maynard comes off the mound, flips home, and they will get KJ White coming in. So nice play that time for Jace Maynard to make the easy flip to cut the runner down at home. So KJ White was moving on contact, and Maynard was able to make the play for the second out of the inning.
Coming up the bat for the Jaguars, the second baseman, number 1, Jalen Mack.
So Jalen Mack now will dig in. He walked in his last at bat. He's 0 for 2 today. So now runners on first and second here for the Jaguars. Here's the pitch. Chopper. Jayden Jones makes the play. Deep in the hole. Big throw. Nice play, Jayden Jones. Jayden Jones backhands that one in the hole and comes up throwing. So 1 run on 2 hits. An error. They left a couple on. Southern increases their lead. 5-2 is your new score. It's time for everybody. Let's get up and stretch as we move to the bottom of the 7th inning. 5-2 is your score. Southern on top of Texas Southern. We'll be back here on the Texas Southern Sports Network.
5-2. Time for that 7th inning stretch.
Before my day, and I'm old. That's before my day, and I'm old. Yeah.
And welcome back here to Nagel Field here at McGregor Park. As it'll be Dalen Carlton, Elijah Rodriguez, and Jonathan Trejo as the Tigers look to get their lick back here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Dalen Carlton will take a look at strike one. Carlton, he went deep back in the 5th inning. A no-doubt home run shot over the right field fence. So 5-2 is your scores that one. He got under that one a bit as Ratcliffe will come in and make the play for the Jaguars. So now Elijah Rodriguez will come in and try to get something going here for the Tigers. So here's the pitch from Luckett. So 1-0 pitch coming in to Elijah Rodriguez. Rodriguez squares, gets out of the way, and it looks as though that hit him. So Rodriguez will coax the freebie as that one grazed the right hand. So put down an HP next to Elijah Rodriguez as he moves to first. So Jonathan Trejo now will dig in. He's grounded out to short, lined out to the right fielder back in the 5th inning. So TSU needs base runners here. 5-2 is your score. You're in the bottom of the 7th inning. KJ White, he'll play even with the bag down there at third as they hold Rodriguez on. Here's the pitch. That one a little inside. So Rodriguez, not much of a stolen base threat. 4 for 5 on the season. He's judicious when he takes off. Here's the pitch. That fastball catches the plate. So Jonathan Trejo staring at a 2-2 count here. Here's the pitch. Curve, swing. Bakar to Mack to Lucky for the 6-4-3 double play. So the Jaguars go Tinker's Ever's chance to get out of the inning. We move to the 8th. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 left on. We move to the 8th.
Hello, Tiger Nation. This is Kevin Granger. I would like to personally invite you to come out and join the newly established TSU Athletic Directors Legends Club.
Members of the TSU AD Legends Club will receive TSU athletic apparel, a championship ring from a select sport when applicable, season tickets for football, basketball, and the TSU Relays, special recognition at a home athletic event, and much more. To join or for more information, visit tsusports.com or call 713-313-4355. And as always, go Tiger!
Welcome back here to Nagel Field, here at McGregor Park. It'll be Cameron Bird, Dominic Joseph, and Jacoby Ratcliffe here for the Jaguars. The Jaguars do a great job turning 2 to get out of the 7th inning, as Cameron Bird takes a look at that strike. So Bird was called out on a batter's interference call, his last at bat. He does have a double on the ledger. So he's 1 for 2 today. So Cameron Bird, 1 for 2. Also got hit by a pitch earlier in this ball game. Here's the pitch from Maynard. Off-speed pitch off the corner. The Jaguars defense stellar in the last inning. As mentioned, they went tinker's ever's chance to get out of the inning. 5-2 is where we sit. And Maynard not able to bring that curveball in. So Coach Mike Robb is immediately off the bench to come out and talk to his lefty. So Jace Maynard walks the first batter of the inning for Southern, and it does look as though Coach Michael Robertson will make the call to the pen. So we'll take a quick break. We'll bring you a new pitcher. 5-2 is your score, as Coach Mike Robb makes the call to the Texas Southern bullpen. We'll be right back on the Texas Southern Sports Network. So welcome back in here to Nagel Field, here at McGregor Park. As the Tigers go to the bullpen, and they'll bring in Jose Lucioni. This will be Lucioni's second appearance in this series. He pitched on Friday, went 3 innings, gave up 4 hits on 4 earned. He also walked 1 in that contest. So Lucioni, comes in with a 7.36 ERA, 1-0. This will be his 15th appearance for the Tigers. Opponents are hitting .323 against the righty. So Lucioni, he's a freshman from Clear Lake, Texas. Trying to work out of this 8th inning jam. Joseph squares, lays down a beautiful bunt. Coming in is Flores. Nice throw for the first out of the inning, but Joseph gets the job done, moves the runner over. So Cameron Bird able to move up on the 5-3 putout.
Coming up to bat for the Jaguars, the center fielder, number 21, Jacoby Radcliffe.
So Jacoby Radcliffe now digs in. Radcliffe 0 for 3 today. Corners in for the Tigers. Swing and a miss. Nice fastball pumped in from Lucioni. Trejo goes back to normal depth at first. Flores stays in on the curtain at third. Here's the pitch. Bunt laid down, and it will dribble foul. So Jacoby Radcliffe in that tremendous speed, trying to go Vince Coleman and lay a softie down the third base line. So wind and a standstill out there in left center field. As Radcliffe will be looking at an 0-2 pitch coming now. So we'll see if Flores stays in on the curtain at third. Cameron Bird standing out there at second. Here's the pitch. That one just off the corner. Good 0-2 fastball low and away from Lucioni. Didn't quite catch the plate. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. And Lucioni fires a fastball past Jacoby Radcliffe for the second out of the inning.
Coming up to bat for the Jaguars, the shortstop, number 3, Benny Bakar.
So Benny Bakar now will dig in for the Jaguars. Bakar walked, came around and scored back in the 7th. RBI opportunity here for the freshman from Florida. And Lucioni, looks like he slipped on that one, and that fastball grazes the inside ankle of Benny Bakar. So right down the HP as Bakar will take his place down there at first.
Coming up to bat for the Jaguars, the third baseman, number 5, Kelsey White.
So we go back to the top of the lineup for the Jaguars as Kelsey White will dig in. He's 1 for 3. He scored a run today. Big RBI opportunity as the Jaguars looking to pad their lead. That fastball inside for ball 1. KJ White came into this contest with 22 RBIs on the season. Tigers want to get this out and not face Thibodeau. That one, fly out to left field, and Evan Schubert will make the play for the final out of the inning. So the Jaguars, they strand a couple of runners. We move now to the bottom of the 8th. No runs, no hits, 2 left on. We move to the 8th, Southern 5, Texas Southern 2.
No hits, no errors, 2 left on for the Jaguars. Heading to the bottom of the 8th, score remains 5-2, Southern.
Hello, Tiger Nation. This is Kevin Granger. I would like to personally invite you to come out and join the newly established TSU Athletic Directors Legends Club.
Members of the TSU AD Legends Club will receive TSU athletic apparel, a championship ring from a select sport when applicable, season tickets for football, basketball, and the TSU Relays. Special recognition at a home athletic event, and much more. To join or for more information, visit tsusports.com or call 713-313-4355. And as always, go Tiger!
So welcome back here to Nagel Field, here at McGregor Park. We go to the top of the lineup here for the Texas Southern Tigers. Tigers need to string some good at-bats along here as Kelton Phillips will dig in. He has a home run in the contest. As he takes a look at ball one. Some scores from around the SWAC. Prairie View, they knocked off Alcorn 6-3. They're up 7-3, top of the third. They have a double dip today down there on the hill. That fastball gets across for a strike. That one slapped into right field, and making the catch is Cameron Bird. The wind held that one up a taste. So looking at some other scores around the SWAC, Jackson State on top of Mississippi Valley. That game is in the 8th now. They have a double dip today in Jackson. So Bryce Hughes now will dig in. Hughes 0 for 3 today. Strikeout, grounded out to short. It's flown out to Jacoby Ratcliffe back in the 6th inning. That one gets to the backstop. So Nick Luckett has gone the distance here for Southern. Of course, we mentioned Luckett came into today's contest 8-3 on the season. It's the Jaguars looking to keep their win streak alive. That fastball catches the plate for a strike. Here's the pitch from Luckett. Fastball up and a win. So 3 balls and 1 strike coming into Bryce Hughes. Here's the pitch from Luckett. That fastball catches the plate. And he gets a vote of affirmation from the Southern faithful on that pitch. Full count coming in to Bryce Hughes. Fastball up and in, and Bryce Hughes, eagle eye, able to work the count and get the walk from Nick Luckett. So Jaden Jones now will dig in here for the Tigers.
For the Tigers, the second baseman, number 2, Jaden Jones.
So Jaden Jones for 2 today. He's 2 for 6 on yesterday. Takes a look at strike 1. As they'll chase Bryce Hughes back in. So really good speed down there at first in the form of Bryce Hughes. As that one skips in for a ball. Count evens at 1-1. Bryce Hughes 43 of 48 in stolen base attempts. And they'll make sure he's close down there. Hughes leads the SWAC in stolen bases with 43. Here's the pitch from Luckett. Chopper, KJ White, 5, 4, and 3. White to Mack to Lucky for the twin killing. No runs, no hits, none left on. We move to the 9th. Southern 5, Texas Southern 2. We'll be back here on the Texas Southern Sports Network.
No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on for the Tigers. Heading to the top of the 9th. Score remains 5-2 Southern.
Welcome back here to Nagel Field here at McGregor Park. New pitcher coming in for the Tigers will be Sidney Moore. Moore comes in on a 4.42 ERA. He's a grad student from Port Isabel, Texas. He's seen work in this series as he pitched on Friday. He pitched an inning, struck out 3 on Friday. So Sidney Moore brings his hard fastball in here for Texas Southern. He's 2-1 on the season. This will be his 16th appearance. Opponents are batting .257 against him, and he will face the infamous Cardell Thibodeau. Here's the pitch coming in. That one skips in for ball 1. So Jaden Flores, he'll play in on the curtain against Thibodeau. We talked about Thibodeau's prowess in the SWAC coming into this series. That one slapped hard, foul down the right field line. Thibodeau batting .455 on the season. Leads the SWAC in slugging percentage. OPS, 1.487. Here's the pitch. Fastball just off the corner. Scored 58 runs this season for the Jaguars. Second in the SWAC in hits with 65. Second in the SWAC with RBIs with 58. As that 12-6 curveball dances in the dirt. Top 10 in the SWAC with 12 doubles. Third and a SWAC and triples. He does it all. Here's a pitch from Moore. Inside, and he's able to coax a walk. Yeah, he's in the top 10 in the SWAC and walks as well. So Cardale Thibodeau able to coax the walk from Sidney Moore.
The designated hitter, number 10, Taj Bates.
So Taj Bates now will dig in here for the Jaguars. Here's the pitch from Moore. 12-6 curveball. Yes, sir. Nice downward action on that bender from Sidney Moore. So Taj Bates, 1 for 4 today as they'll chase Thibodeau back. We talk about Taj Bates. He's had a good series. Had a big Friday. Had a home run on Friday. Had 3 hits on the Ledger Friday. That one, a little low. So decent speed over there at first in the form of Cardale Thibodeau. He's 21 of 29 in stolen base attempts. So count runs to 2-1 here on Taj Bates as the wind stiffens a bit. That one hit out to right center. Dalen Carlton will shade his eyes and make the play for the first out of the inning.
That's what I'm talking about.
So F9 if you're scoring at home for the first out of the inning here for Texas Southern.
Coming up to bat for the Jaguars, the first baseman, number 26, Jalen Lucky.
So Jalen Lucky now will dig in here for the Jaguars. Lucky, good day today. 2 for 4 at the plate. He's also scored a run for the Jaguars. That fastball catches a plate for strike 1. Nice get over fastball from Sidney Moore. Fastball off the corner of the plate. They throw in behind Thibodeau, and he's just able to get in behind the tag from Jonathan Trejo. Here's the pitch. Chopper, Hughes, Jones, Trejo, 6-4-3. Double play for the Tigers. So the Tigers go Tinker's average chance to get out of the inning. It's now or never for the Texas Southern Tigers. We move to the bottom of the 9th. Southern 5, Texas Southern 2. We'll be back here on the Texas Southern Sports Network.
For the Tigers, Garcia, Flores, Schubert.
So welcome back here to Nagel Field Error at McGregor Park. It'll be Garcia, Flores, and Jubert here for the Texas Southern Tigers as Nick Luckett is trying to go wire to wire here for the Southern Jaguars. He'll face the tough 4-5-6 order here for the Texas Southern Tigers. As Garcia will take a look at strike one. That fastball still has life here in the bottom of the ninth. Garcia 1 for 2 today. And he goes fishing for that off-speed pitch down in the dirt. Count runs to 0-2 here on Damian Garcia. Here's the pitch. That one low and in. So Jaguar faithful applauding this effort here from the Jaguars today. So Garcia fights back, evens the count at 2-2. Here's the pitch. Nick Luckett to Garcia. Hit out to right field. Going back is Cardell. He couldn't find it. It goes off his glove. Garcia on his horse. He'll get into third standing up. So that will be a huge error out there on the right fielder for Southern, as Cameron Bird could not find that one. He was going back and he was on the warning track and it hit off the heel of his glove for, so the Tigers with life here in the bottom of the ninth as the leadoff runner all the way at third. So Bird was shielding his eyes going back, not able to corral that one in. So now the Texas Southern faithful, they've livened up over there. Jaden Flores gets out of the way of that first pitch from Luckett. He squares the bunt again, moves the chin out the way, but ump says, for what? Strike one. So 1-1 count coming in here to Jaden Flores. Flores 1 for 3 today. He'll take a look at that, and that gets across for a strike. So now, Jaguar faithful, they get a little vocal over there with 2 strikes here on Jaden Flores. Here's the pitch from Luckett. That one dances in the dirt for ball 2. Here's the pitch. That one skied. Benny Bakar will go back and make the play for the first out, as Jaden Flores got under that pitch.
Coming up to bat for the Tigers, pinch hitter, number 6, Jason Lazo.
So Jason Lazo will be the pitch hitter as Coach Mike Robb will go lefty v righty. Is Lazo. Bad here for Evan Jubert. He'll take a look at strike one. So Jason Lazo, pitch hitter for Texas Southern. Lazo's a .262 hitter. He takes a look at strike two. Lazo, .262 hitter, has 12 RBIs on the season. 6 doubles for the Texas Southern Tigers. Here's the pitch. That one skips low and in the dirt for ball 1. Lazo, he's a redshirt junior out of San Antonio, trying to keep things going here for the Texas Southern Tigers. Damian Garcia stands on third. And Lazo, eagle eye, doesn't go for that pitch down in the dirt. So Texas Southern, 1 out here in the inning. So Luckett, 2-2 pitch coming in here to Lazo. And Lazo, tough with 2 strikes, protects the plate, fouls that one off. Both fan bases urging their team on. Let's do this 2-2 pitch all over again. Here's a pitch from Luckett. And that one skips to the backstop, not far away enough for Garcia to come in. And Joseph will locate that. So count runs full now on Jason Lazo, as this is a great at bat as he's fought back in the count. So Nick Luckett, the Kingwood native, trying to get these final 2 outs here for the Jaguars. Here's the pitch. Swung on, and that's an RBI for Jason Lazo. So Lazo pounds that one into right field for a base hit, and Garcia comes around to score. So Jason Lazo gets the job done with a 1-out single.
The right fielder, number 35, David.
So your new score, 5-3, and the Texas Southern faithful clapping it up down the third base line. So Dalen Carlton will dig in. Carlton has a home run. He hit a no-doubter back in the 4th inning. It's that one low and in the dirt. So can Texas Southern do what Southern did on yesterday and Coach Crenshaw? He'll take the slow walk to the mound. Let's see if they'll make the call to the bullpen. As he goes out there to go talk to his hurler and Nick Luckett. Luckett trying to go wire to wire here. So we'll see what it looks like here for Luckett as the young man trying to get these last 2 outs. So yesterday, the Southern Jaguars, they put up 4 in the top of the 9th to stun Texas Southern. Tigers trying to do it today. We'll see. It's turnabout fair play. So Nick Luckett, 1-0 pitch coming into Dalen Carlton. Fastball hit out in the left center. Going back is Thibodeau. He'll have room and make the catch. So wind blowing in a bit today. Carlton not able to ride the McGregor Park winds. So Dalen Carlton flies out to left field. So Edmundo Alanis will come in and pitch hit now for the Texas Southern Tigers. So Alanis will come in as a left-hand stick. So Edmundo Alanis. He's a senior from Edinburgh, Texas. He last saw action in the series against Prairie View. He went 1 for 4, scored a couple of times on the 18th of April against Prairie View. So Alan East trying to keep hope alive here for the Texas Southern Tigers. He does have 2 home runs on the ledger, 8 RBIs. So Jason Lazo is your runner on first. No stolen bases this season for Jason Lazo. So Mitch McConnell lead, conservative for Lazo down there. As that one gets across for a strike. Here's the pitch. That one just off the corner, and that was a collective groan from the Southern faithful. They wanted that pitch. Alan East looking for something he can turn on. Winds calm. And that one catches the inside corner. So now the Jaguars one step or one strike away from breaking out the brooms. Luckett, here's the pitch. Hit out into left field, coming in, charging Thibodeau, and Thibodeau makes a sliding catch for the final out. And the boys from Baton Rouge have come into Houston, and they've taken 3. So 1 run on 2 hits, 1 left on to close this one out. As Southern takes the Sunday Fun Day brunch game 5-3. And they win all 3 games in this series. Well, folks, we'll do it again next weekend as the boys from the highest of 7 Hills will check in. The Florida A&M Rattlers will come in to take on the Texas Southern Tigers. It's been a ball. This has been Charles Bishop on the call here for you. Again, Southern, 5 runs on 8 hits, 1 error. Texas Southern, 3 runs on 7 hits and 2 errors today. It's been a great day here at the ballpark nonetheless. Until next Friday, folks, good night. Welcome back here to Nagel Field here at McGregor Park as Southern takes game 3. And they take all 3 games here in this contest between Texas Southern. 5-3 was your score today. Want to remind you, Next week will be Senior Day, as it will be a series against the Florida A&M Rattlers. Again, Southern 5 runs on 8 hits. Texas Southern 3 runs on 7 hits. But we'll do it again next Friday. Again, I want to mention Senior Day next Sunday here at Nagel Field here at McGregor Park. Until next weekend, folks, this is Charles Bishop signing off here on the Texas Southern Sports Network.